Hello my dear friends, myself Dr. JP Tripathi. I am here with a new topic of forensic medicine. Today's topic is witness. We are going to discuss about the witness. So let's start. Witness. The meaning of witness is a person who sees an event happening, especially a crime or an accident. In Indian Evidence Act 1872, under section 118 to 134, the explanation of witness is given. Means under section 118 to 134 of Indian Evidence Act discuss about the witness. As per Indian Evidence Act, a witness is a person who gives sworn testimony regarding the fact under the oath in a court of law, as regards fact of case or on the basis of which the inference can be drawn. It means witness is a person who gives testimony under the oath in front of court regarding any case. On the basis of that, the inference can be drawn by the court. We have discussed about the witness. Now, what are the various criteria for the witness? Means we are going to discuss about two things: who can give the evidence, or what are the limitations for the witness. So first we will discuss who can give the evidence or testify as a witness. All persons are competent to testify if understand the question put to them and can giving rational answers to those questions. So any person can be a witness provided he understands the question and he is capable of giving the rational answer to those questions. Now, what are the limitations of witness? There are certain limitations for the witness, like if we discuss about the extremes of age, means if the child is very small, or you can say that any person who is very old, or the person is suffering from a disease in the terminal stage, he is extremely diseased. In these conditions, there is limitation of witness. The witness cannot give the evidence in a court, or you can say that the court could not rely in these types of witnesses. Types of witnesses. The witnesses are of two types. First is common witness and the second is expert witness. So the witnesses are divided into two main types. First is common witness. A second one is a expert witness. We will discuss both types separately. Common witness. The common witness is mentioned under section 118 Indian Evidence Act. Who are common witness? The person who gives evidence about the fact observed, heard, or perceived by him. The principle is commonly known as the first-hand knowledge rule, which may be used to establish the exact circumstances of the case for the court. He is not expected to form opinion or draw conclusion from the fact observed by him. Means the common witness are those witness who gives evidence about the fact he observed, heard, or perceived. These types of witness cannot make their opinion regarding the case, or they cannot draw conclusion from the fact absorbed by them. They are only common witness. So who can be a common witness? Any person can be a common witness. Expert witness. The explanation of expert witness is mentioned under section 45 Indian Evidence Act. The expert witness are especially skilled and has knowledge with experience and professionally trained person who has special skill in drawing the opinion and draw conclusion from the fact absorbed by himself or noticed by the other. In simple words, you can say that the expert witness are those witness who are professionally trained person who have special skill, has knowledge with experience, who can draw or make an opinion or make a conclusion about the fact absorbed by himself or noticed by the other. That's why they are called as expert witness. They use their experience to make a conclusion, make a opinion in front of court. That's why they are called as expert witness. If we talk about the examples of expert witness, these are the examples: doctors, fingerprint experts, firearm experts, handwriting expert, chemical analyzers, serologist, and many more. They are trained in a special field, they are expert in certain fields, they are skilled persons who can be a expert witness. An expert witness may give his opinion. The expert witnesses makes his opinion by various criteria. The first is on the fact which are either admitted or proved by himself or other witnesses at the trial. Second is on the matter of common knowledge, and the third is on hypothetical question based on assumption. So the expert witness gives his opinion on the matter of common knowledge, on the hypothetical question based on assumptions, or on the fact which are either admitted or proved by himself or other witnesses. Now we are going to discuss about the expert witness role. As we all know, we are medical persons. Being a medical person, medical practitioners or doctors, the court can call us to testify in certain cases. So a medical officer may be called to testify in the court as a common witness who saw an incident, as a medical practitioner who treated the patient, or as an expert to give his opinion on the matter of science. So doctor can be called as expert witness, as a medical practitioner, or as a common witness in a court. The doctor can refuse the third condition as an expert witness. But in first two conditions, as a common witness and as a medical practitioner, it is his duty and obligation to appear in a court. A doctor can be both common and expert witness. The doctor can be called as a common witness and as expert witness. Let us discuss about one example. When the doctor describes about the wound of the body, he acts as a common witness. But when he says that the wound were antemortem, postmortem, or they were suicidal, homicidal, accidental, or give opinion regarding the cause of death, he acts as an expert witness. Means the doctor can be a common witness or as an expert witness. After discussing common and expert witness, we are going to discuss about the two special types of witnesses. The other two types of witnesses are also there. First is hostile witness, another is a perjury. First, we will discuss about the hostile witness. The hostile witness, a witness who gives false evidences with evil motive or motive for concealing the parts of truth or for giving completely false evidences, and even can contradict his previous given statement under oath or without oath. They are called as hostile witness. It means any person or any witness who gives false evidences, or he concealing the truth of the case, or he is giving completely false evidences which contradicts his own previous given statement, they are called as hostile witness. The court can declare such witnesses to be hostile. While examining the hostile witness, leading questions are permitted even during the examination in chief. Here, evidence may be concealed partly or completely, or may be completely false. The court can give the punishment. The punishment is an imprisonment of 3 to 7 years, which is given to the hostile witness if the witness is hostile. The examples of hostile witnesses are the common expert witness may turn into the hostile. After hostile witness, we are going to discuss about the another witness that is called as perjury. Perjury means giving willful, false or fabricated evidences by the witness under the oath. Witness fails to tell what he knows or believes to be true. It is punished under section 191 and under section 192. It occurs if the person's earlier statement regarding the fact on the oath and subsequent statement on oath are opposed to each other and they cannot be prepared to accept. Means perjury means if any person who gives willful false or fabricated evidence after taking the oath, he cannot tell what he knows or believe to be true. In such types of cases, the court declare that person as a perjury. He takes the oath and gives the false statement. They are called as perjury. In perjury, the witness is liable to be prosecuted for perjury and the imprisonment may be extended to 7 years with fine or without fine. It is punished under section 193 IPCs. The examples of perjury are the common and expert witness may turn to the perjury. So my dear friends and my dear students, we have discussed about witness today. We have discussed in detail about the types of witness, the common witness, expert witness. Also we discussed about the hostile witness and perjury. We have learned what is the role of doctors and medical practitioners, a medical expert as an expert witness. We have discussed in detail. I hope you have learned many things from this topic. So friends and my dear students, we'll come again with another topic of forensic medicine. Please do subscribe for upcoming topics. Thanks and take care.